Abe called them idiots and said they didn't know the rules. Then he introduced them to his new girlfriend, Vivienne.
Abe, you didn't tell me your brothers were coming to visit.
Oh, well, oh my.
Shucks.
Homer thought she looked familiar and asked what she had done when she was young. Abe told him that Vivienne was a famous television star and that he was her biggest fan. Homer couldn't understand why a superstar would date an unknown nobody.
He's so sweet. He should come with an insulin pump.
Abe thanked Homer and Bart for coming to see him, but he and Vivienne still had 2 games left to play and hadn't done their couple's colonoscopy yet. Then they planned to go on a cruise for a romantic dinner.
Dude,
Bro,
seriously.
I know.
Later, the Simpson family was watching TV when Kent suddenly interrupted with news of a murder on the high seas. A woman had fallen overboard from a cruise ship and was presumed dead. Marge and Lisa speculated that it might have been her husband or boyfriend.
That's the lady Grandpa was kissing.
Grandpa's the husband or boyfriend?
The death of the superstar caused a sensation across the city. The boyfriend, Abe, who was the prime suspect, had already been detained and questioned by the police. But Homer believed Abe lacked both the planning and the ability to successfully commit the crime. Kent said no one could be sure who did it, so he invited viewers to continue following along with his show, Guilty Grandpa.
This has been Kent Brockman, bailing on TV news forever.
That day, Kent was narrating a story about a certain evening when an actress and an old man were on a cruise ship. He said the entertainment princess, Vivienne, had finally found her prince, Abe. They boarded a luxurious romantic cruise together. It was 2:33 p.m., and the passengers had just finished lunch. Suddenly, there was a commotion and a scream, followed by the sound of someone falling into the water. Vivienne disappeared. But did the truth disappear with her? Kent then invited a passenger from that terrifying cruise, the malicious substitute teacher Agnes Skinner, to tell what happened that night.
I was at the buffet when I heard a woman scream, "Abe, don't!" Then, a splash.
Kent asked her what she did next.
I saw they were refilling the shrimp tower, so I had to get over there and touch them all.
Abe, don't.
Kent wondered what Vivienne's words might have meant. The police questioned Abe, and his only testimony was that he didn't remember. Wiggum told everyone that the old man's refusal to admit anything was very rude, so they had no choice but to let him go.
The only thing we could do was let him go.
So maybe the old saying is true. To catch a murderer, you have to set them free. To murder again. This has been Guilty Grandpa.
Ah, that podcast sucks butts. Grandpa's not some monster.
Am I inside?
Abe said he had lunch with Vivienne on the cruise, then drank, danced, and drank some more. He couldn't remember anything else. When he came to, the police told him he was a suspect. Abe insisted he would never harm Vivienne, but now even their final romance was gone forever.
Whoop, gotta take his ears.
Lisa said Grandpa was a good man, and everyone in town knew it. At that moment, a brick smashed through the window. Kearney accused them of covering for a murderer. Catwoman also joined in with the crowd. Moe threw another brick at the glass. Lisa felt that true crime podcasts should reveal the truth, not engage in irresponsible speculation. Marge wished Kent knew Grandpa as well as they did. If he did, he would call the show Innocent Grandpa. She even bet it would attract more listeners.
Hey, we got an ender! Ender!
Later, Kent's podcast became very popular. He visited the Simpson household to get their opinions on Abe. But the more Homer spoke, the stranger it sounded. Bart painted Abe's character in an increasingly negative light. The nursing home residents claimed Abe's roommate kept dying and insisted that a 90-year-old would never suddenly stop breathing. One day, Kent began his story as usual. He said Grandpa's motive for murder was money, because Vivienne had a $1 million life insurance policy, with Abe as the beneficiary. He also claimed that when Vivienne drowned, Grandpa was swimming in a pile of cash. After hearing the podcast, Grandpa convinced himself he was a killer, so he turned himself in.
Lock me up!
You're under arrest for spoiling the ending. It was only on episode 2. Oh, and for murder.
The Simpson household fell into a cold silence. At that moment, Hibbert brought shocking medical news that would clear Abe's name. They went to the final live episode of Guilty Grandpa. Tonight, Kent would bring the story to a close, and he would become the most famous host, but Marge stopped him, saying something had to be revealed. Hibbert explained that on the day Vivienne disappeared, she had gone with Abe for their couple's colonoscopy. Each of them swallowed a miniature capsule endoscope. GPS data showed Vivienne left the ship, moved toward the shore, then headed south, and finally reached a resort.
Vivienne is alive. She faked her death. Which means Grandpa didn't kill anyone. But your podcast convinced him that he did.
I wanted to say that part.
You sent me to jail! You're no journalist! You made us a murderer! Where?
Kent felt guilty, so he confessed everything to the audience and promised never to sensationalize a story for the sake of ratings again. Some nights later, Abe and Vivienne were reunited.
Hi, Abe.
Abe asked Vivienne why she had tricked him, but it had actually been part of their plan. They had planned for Vivienne to fake her death, so Abe would take compensation money to Mexico to find her.
That's why I yelled, "Abe, don't! Forget the plan!" as I was diving off the boat.
What boat?
I love you, you senile old sex machine.
Oh, what do we do now that we're on the run?
In the end, they went to a private place where no one could disturb them and spent the rest of their lives together.
I'm putting the space heater on 10.
Ooh, Abe. Oh, you naughty boy.